All right, hello everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night. If you're watching this at night, welcome back.
Ooh, that'd be kind of fun.
I know, right? Watching a podcast at night. That's honestly a vibe. TBH, like with candles, little snacks. It's like on a Friday. You don't have anything to do tomorrow.
That's ideal podcasting conditions right there.
I know, exactly. Yeah. But welcome back to Adulting with Grace and Riley. I am your host, Grace, and this is my co-host, Riley. Today is going to be... Last time we talked about taxes. Very, very boring. This one...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did we not? We talked about taxes. Be nice. Be nice. Honestly, that's all about adulting. It's boring stuff.
Unfortunately.
Some of it's fun. Oh, I have an update before we get into this also not so fun, but maybe fun to some people, topics for today.
Go ahead.
I currently live in an apartment alone. You know, fun. It's great. I love my life. I really do. But, so I am moving in with a friend, mostly because it's going to be cheaper, but also because I am so lonely at home, all alone. It was fun for like the first couple of months, but I've been living in this apartment for almost a year. And so it's just gotten really, really, really boring and really lonely. But, you know, I think I also, maybe I briefly talked about this, or maybe this was just a dream that felt really real. But her and I had actually called the place that we were so dead set on, called the apartment complex. My lease ends in April 30th, around sometime like there. Mm-hmm. And we were like, hey, are there any availabilities for the time that we would want to move in? They said no.
No. Sorry.
They didn't just say no and then hang up. They were like, they explained it very, like, professionally. Like,
I imagine they would give you some, like, alternative times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually just said that they don't know if they would have an availability. They think most likely not. So me and my friend, we were like, oh my gosh, we're going to be homeless. Like, that's what our immediate thought was. I don't think that should be anyone's immediate thought when getting a house, getting an apartment doesn't go their way. But, you know, it's scary. Because, you know, we were so dead set on that one. So, I believe it was that same day we toured another apartment. And this was also an apartment that I got, like, promotional emails for. I completely forgot about. Mm-hmm. But they always have, like, deals and stuff. And we toured there. Very beautiful, very nice apartments. And they were like, yes, we will have an availability. So we did all the stuff. You know, her parents had to see the apartment first. They liked it, so we filled out applications. We were approved, thankfully. I was literally, like, holding her hand, like, in the waiting room, like, in the lobby. Just
tell me the bad news, doctor.
Yeah, literally, like, it was so scary. And then she was like, y'all are approved. And we're like, yay! So I signed. No, we didn't sign a lease or anything yet. That's going to be sometime in April. I paid the deposit to hold the unit, and so now we're not going to be homeless anymore. That was...
Congratulations.
I know. But it really just put in mind how scary it is. Like, oh, if I don't get this apartment, I'm literally going to be homeless.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
That's not good.
And, like, I don't think anyone... I mean, I'm not trying to bash anyone, but living in your car is very not ideal at all.
Becoming more and more common, though.
Honestly, it is, because everything is getting expensive. I was researching for this earlier, and I was looking at house prices, and I genuinely, like, you know, like the cartoon eyes where they, like, pop out of your head?
Yeah, and they go, like, 4 feet forward.
They're like, whoa! Yeah. Like, that's genuinely what I feel like my eyes did.
Yeah.
It's insane. But we will get to that at the end, because first, I want to talk about buying a car for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
So...
That's a fun little bit of adulting.
Yeah. It's very fun. I know most people, their parents usually buy them their cars. Usually it's a used car. Usually it's a new car. If you're getting a new car, please be grateful. Genuinely, because they are so expensive. But we are going to talk about, like, the genuine, just kind of overview of a car. And then we will talk briefly about our experiences with getting a car. So the price that I found, this might be wrong, but as of mid 2025, new vehicles were around $48,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then
it's a lot more depending on the type of a vehicle you're looking for.
Oh, yeah, of course. This is just a general estimate. I didn't look up like any like Ford or if it varies per state. I didn't look
just
that
like
up.
everything else. Car brands kind of dictate how expensive the car might end up being. People will pay premium for a premium brand.
And another thing that I think is really interesting to me is that, different cars take different gas.
Yes.
So my car takes unleaded. Other cars may take premium.
Some cars might be electric.
Yeah, some cars might be electric. Of course, if you're getting an electric car like fully new, that I feel like is going to be more expensive than $48,000.
It is certainly a lot harder to find the infrastructure for charging electric cars.
I actually saw, this is also very rare, but I saw a Tesla earlier today when I was driving.
We're getting word from our producer.
I want to chime in briefly. If you own a normal car and you're putting anything except 87 in it, you're stupid.
Oh,
is that unleaded?
Yeah, that's like the cheapest one.
Well, I think that's a bit rude. I think we should try to keep...
If you don't own a sports car, put 87 in your car. It doesn't matter.
I think we should be nice to our listeners and not call them stupid because I actually know someone personally that puts premium in their car.
Yeah, I know that person too because they have to. All right, that's not their choice.
It's a normal car though.
Yeah, and it's not their. If they could put 87 in it, they would. But they can't for reasons outside of this conversation. What I'm saying is if you have the choice of what gasoline you put in your car and you choose anything except 87 and you drive like a Corolla or like a mom car like I drive, you can save like $80 a month if you just put 87 in it. I promise you won't notice the difference.
Thank you, producer Bryan.
I also did see a Tesla as well. They're becoming more common and I hate it.
Very common. Yeah. Even around here where there's barely any infrastructure for charging them.
It was really bad. But I saw it while going into a Whataburger, and I genuinely, the same thing, eyes popping out of the head. I was like, dang, I kind of forgot they existed. They're also just really ugly. But anyway, enough about Teslas. I also found that the used vehicle average price was only like half of that, like $25,000.
It's gone up considerably in recent years, just like everything else. Which is unfortunate because I think a lot of people would like to think that used is the way to go as opposed to buying new. Except the used car market is also like fairly pricey.
Yeah.
So, and it can kind of ebb and flow over time. Like for instance, this is a much better used car market than like maybe a couple of years ago, but maybe not the best we've seen in like the last decade. Probably definitely not the best used car market we've seen in the last decade.
Oh, definitely not.
Pretty much nothing is the best, X that we've seen in the last decade. But
that's just to get the car.
Yes.
You gotta factor in gas.
Yes.
Insurance. Maintenance. All of that other good stuff.
Yep.
Especially if you want to decorate your car. All of that stuff goes in to that $50,000 or that $25,000.
Does it? Or is that additional?
Yeah, it's additional. But you can also do, like, if you don't have, like, that kind of money, you can do, like, down payments and then do the rent.
Yes,
rent,
you can.
payments.
So this is we might start talking about, like, our actual experience with buying cars. Car dealerships are not my favorite places on earth. I'll just say
really
that.
Not.
Even if you were going to pay cash, or you were going to put a sizable down payment on a car, most car dealerships make most of their money. First of all, the salespeople are actually making commission off of the cars.
Oh, true. That's why they're so pushy.
So they're going to push you, and then they're going to want they're gonna get your confidence, and they're gonna talk about how great this car is and how great of a decision it is that you're gonna buy it from them.
Yeah.
The other thing is the car dealership itself is gonna make a stupid amount of money off of interest. They have absolutely the interest on your car debt. So, yes, producer Bryan.
Yeah. Pro tip: never ever use a car dealership's in-house financing. Always go to your bank and get it financed by your bank.
Yeah, credit agency.
Yeah, credit union. The stuff like Navy Federal is really good, but you have to be in the Navy to get in there. But never, ever buy from a car dealership's in-house loan agency. That's how they make their money.
Thank you, producer Bryan.
Thank you, producer Bryan. Thank you for being nice and using respectful language to our viewers.
The thing is car dealerships make an insane amount of money, not off of they don't make any money by you buying the car outright when you drive off the lot with it. They might make some money, but the majority of their profit is actually made in the interest you pay back to them on the car debt. So they're gonna try and talk you up from just a normal car into something. Maybe you'll notice that a lot of cars now also have different trims, different like upgrades and features that you can put on them, all in a way to get you to spend more, go into more debt, and then pay out more interest to car dealerships. That's what they're trying to get you to do. It's a business, so
yeah. I feel like that's a lot with most people who make a lot of a commission, who make their prime money out of commission.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about, because aren't we running low on time? But I wanted to.
We're all right.
Okay.
But yeah.
I wanted to talk about our experience with buying cars. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So I had my mom co-sign with me. Really good decision if you have no credit. In fact, it was probably because this was a couple of years ago, my credit was non-existent. So really the only option, unless you have the money to go and pay for it outright, which of course they're going to make it, they're going to make it hard on you to pay for it outright because, like I said, that's not their business model. And so co-signed on it. Good deal. Pay it off over time. It was a really good deal on a new car because they couldn't get it off the lot because of how they had positioned it on the lot. So the actual dealership that we went to was it was an odd shape. So there was only street access on one side of it. And so if you went all the way down the lot, you would eventually get to all these like reject cars, which they should have been moving up when they weren't selling in an attempt to get them off the lot. They didn't do that. So anyway, they kept slashing the prices on this thing, being like, well, why isn't anybody buying it? And it's like, well, because nobody goes that deep into like your because if you've seen some car dealerships, or especially we bought it in San Antonio. San Antonio and the surrounding area has so many car dealerships that are they're like some of those Amazon warehouses. They stretch for miles and miles, and there's no end to them.
Yeah.
And the dealerships all have them on their book, which is great for anybody going and shopping online, because you can just, they know what their inventory is online. They have that all cataloged and organized online. If you're going in person, you're never going to see some of those cars. You're never, ever going to see them. So, picking some of the, think about whenever you go into, the pound and you get kind of like the dog that nobody wants, or just the one in the corner, and you're like, that's mine,
Yeah.
That's how my family car shops is by picking the kind of they can be good, they can be reliable, but usually they're not very flashy, they're not very interesting. Usually other people have passed them up for one reason or another. And so the financially reasonable thing for us was to buy a car like that. What do you what's your experience like?
So when I first got my license, like immediately I got my permit and my license immediately as soon as I could. So I'm pretty sure I got my license as soon as I turned 16, which means I also got a car when I turned around 16. Like it was like mid-16. I was almost about to be 17. And it was this little beat-up PT Cruiser that had 400,000 miles on it. If you don't know what a PT Cruiser looks like, please look it up.
400,000?
400,000 miles.
Oh my gosh.
It had a lot of problems. The paint was ripping off. It had wheel bearings. I couldn't go above 40 miles per hour. Every time I did, the wheel would shake.
Yeah.
And then it also had an oil problem, so sometimes it would just randomly stop, and I'd have to literally turn the key off, turn it back on.
Yeah.
That horrible car. I eventually crashed it. Not proud of that, but anyway.
You honestly, with how many problems it probably had, you could probably just make the argument it crashed itself.
My the person that we would go to kind of like fix the car, look at it, literally told me, just drive it until it ends itself.
Yeah. I mean, that's my car essentially.
But I don't have that car anymore.
Drive it till it's done.
I obviously don't have that car anymore. But so I was without a car for a little while, and then I got my car. I love this car so much. This is my baby. If anything bad ever happened to this car, I will cry. I'll be very sad for multiple days, probably months. This car is a Mazda, and it's kind of like a mom car. It's like an SUV, compact SUV. I didn't pay for it. It was a gift from my dad, and I want you to guess how much it is. How much it was.
How much it was when you first bought it?
It's a used car, by the way. And we also have connections.
7,500.
Nope.
Lower.
Okay.
4,000.
Lower.
Oh. Okay. 2,500.
3,000. $3,000 in full.
Nice.
My car, and it's in my name and everything like that. And it has lasted me for 2.5, almost 3 years.
Important to know the car doesn't go in your name if you're still paying off on it.
That is interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a freebie. It's not yours. It's the bank's until you pay it off. Anyway, yeah. Yeah,
I love my car. Do we have time to talk about
Producer Bryan?
We don't really have time to talk about anything else. I do just want to say shout out to Mazda. I also drive a Mazda.
I think Mazdas are really reliable.
Bunch of Mazda lovers here on this podcast.
Dude, they're like if Toyota was still like good.
I've heard Toyotas are really good too, but I love Mazdas. Do y'all name your cars? Because my car's name is Natsuki.
I know a lot of people who name their cars. Yes, I'm not one of them.
I'm not.
I know a lot of people who name their cars.
I think you should name your car Paul. Your car looks like a Paul.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, my car's name is Natsuki.
Okay. Cool.
Producer Bryan, do you have a name for your car?
No.
Okay. And on that note,
I guess I'm the only fun one here.
On that note, we're gonna end the show. No one here names their cars.
I hope y'all enjoyed. These are some things, little price estimates to look for when buying a car. We didn't really get too much into really like the issues. Well, we kind of touched on it very briefly, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, anyone have any final words?
I'm all right. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, and stay tuned. Bye.